Hello everybody, I hope you are doing fine. Today's session is on IELTS, and as always, subscribe for the new videos and share the channel with people who want to learn Albanian or English. Let's continue. So today's session is on IELTS do's, so things that you need to do for your IELTS test, in your IELTS test, so you can be successful. Very important, read carefully. There is a large number of students who never read the instructions. So read the instructions carefully and write as many words as you are allowed to write. So if the instruction, for example, says 2 words, write 2 words. If the instruction says not more than 3 words, not more than 3 words. So pay attention to instructions. Explain your opinions and give examples to support them. You'll have 2 places where you give opinions. One will be when you speak and the other one when you write. So in both cases, explain your opinions carefully and give examples. Examples always help the reader or the listener to connect with your writing or to connect with your speaking. And it allows the reader to understand that you understand in depth what you're saying. So explain your opinions. Listen carefully to the questions that you are asked so that your answers are relevant. So if you are listening, during your listening, listen very carefully to the questions. Do not answer unless you know the question. If you are in a speaking exam, then the same thing stands true for the speaking. Actually, in speaking exam, you can always ask the examiner if if the question that you were asked is what you think it is. So you can clarify the question before you start responding. So always remember, you need to clarify, you need to be sure that what you are writing or what you're speaking is what you need to, is what is asked from you. Answer the questions in detail so that your answers are long enough. When it comes to speaking, answer in details. If you're in the task where you need to speak longer, then the examiner will inform you how many minutes you have to speak, so you can just continue speaking. In the task number 3 of your speaking, you just keep speaking unless the examiner tells you to stop because you've spoken enough. When you are speaking on the third part of speaking, always try to practice delaying answers so you can have some time to think, because there's not much time to think from part 2 to part 3 of speaking. So learn how to delay answers, and one way of delaying answers would be by clarifying your question. So if you clarify your question, then there is enough time for you to think about what to answer. Now, IELTS don'ts. Do not learn answers by heart. There is a tendency of students to learn answers by heart, thinking that basically they memorize the answers. These answers will come in the exam. Don't. In any exam, in any test, do not learn answers by heart. Unless it's a driving test and you're learning the rules of driving. But otherwise, do not. In exams, do not learn. Improve your vocabulary, improve your grammar, practice as much as you can. Do not learn by heart. Do not talk or write something which is different from what is on the instruction. As I said before, it's very important that you focus only on what is needed to focus on, nothing else. Do not worry if you realize you have made a mistake. It's okay to correct your mistake. So if you're speaking, it's okay to correct your mistake. And if you can't correct yourself, leave it, forget about it, and carry on. The same thing is in writing. If you think that you have made a mistake, it's okay, you can correct it, do not panic. But if it is too much of trouble, then change as much as you can and leave the rest. Please remember, never ask your examiner if what you're saying is correct. Never ask your examiner if your speaking was right. So these were a few tips. Follow for more IELTS tips and lessons, and see you tomorrow in the next lesson. Now you are ready for your IELTS test. As I said, practice, 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 and good luck. Bye bye.